Hi again, everyone. Here's a little more in-depth information about myself. Once again, my name is Dana Stevens. I'm 19 years old, and I live in Livonia, Michigan. When I was going into the 7th grade, my parents got a divorce, so I live in two different houses. My parents both live within 5 minutes of each other, so that's pretty nice. I have one older sister, Kara, who's 22. She just graduated from Michigan State with a nutritional sciences degree. I also have one dog, Helen. She's a pit bull. She's about 3.5 years old. She's the nicest dog ever. Unlike most people say, pit bulls are very sweet dogs. I've attended Stevenson High School in Livonia. After I attended Stevenson, I went on to pursue my schooling at Saginaw Valley State University, where I'm majoring in a nursing degree there. I just finished my freshman year there, and I'll be going back in the fall to start my sophomore year. I'm taking this communications class here at Schoolcraft not only to fulfill a requirement for my nursing degree, but to ease my workload in the fall. When I'm not at Saginaw for school, I'm in Livonia working at Subway. I've worked at Subway for 3.5 years. It's a pretty easy job. Most of my friends work there, so it's a really fun environment. I also recently just applied for a nursing assistant's job at Beaumont and Royal Oak. I haven't heard from them yet, so now I'm just waiting. I'm hoping to get this nursing assistant's job to help with my career in the future. Something unique about myself would be that I've played competitive soccer since I was 5. I played on a high school team, or a high skilled team, the Michigan Hawks, for 6 years, and then I played for Vardar for 7 years, and I've traveled all over the country for the sport. One time my mom and I counted, and I've been to over 37 states to play. I was on a scholarship to play at Saginaw, but I decided to quit and focus on my studies. This sport was something that took up most of my childhood. I didn't get to go to all the high school dances, the football games, and I even had to miss some class. My soccer team was my second family. It was a really big thing in my life. Another interesting thing about myself was that my senior year of high school, I was hospitalized for 2.5 weeks. I had 2 collapsed lungs, a bladder infection, a kidney infection, and double pneumonia. I was taken to Providence Hospital for the first 4 days. As my illness got worse, Providence couldn't provide for me anymore, so I was forced to be airlifted to U of M. I was in the ICU for a week. While I was in there, I don't remember much. I had an intense breathing machine that's called a CPAP. It's a machine that forces air into your lungs. It's like sticking your head out of a car going 70 miles per hour. I was in the ICU for about 7 days. On the 7th day in the ICU, my parents were told if things stay as they were, the doctors were going to have to induce me into a coma for 48 hours. So that really freaked them out. It was a really scary thing. But luckily, soon after that was announced, I violently started coughing, and the nurses ran over and whipped the CPAP off of my mouth, and I started throwing up. And if the nurse wouldn't have been there at that moment, the situation could have resulted in me choking on my own throw up, and it could have been deathly. So after this happened, I suddenly just started breathing better and getting better on my own. So I got the CPAP switched off to just a normal breathing machine. And then later in the week, I was moved into the normal floor of the hospital. Once I was finally well enough to breathe on my own, I was released. I guess what I've learned from that whole situation was that you really have to cherish every moment because you don't know when something's going to be taken away. I thought those were two pretty unique and interesting things about myself. I look forward to hearing some interesting, unique things about all of you and learning more about everyone as this class goes on. So thanks for watching my video, and see you later.